Hey guys, so I'm here to do a full moon reading. This will be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. As always, my readings are general, therefore the collective, so if anything here doesn't resonate for you, just go ahead and leave it for someone who needs to hear it. Check out your other placements, there may be a message there for you instead. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not. This is a new channel, so I only upload content here now, so make sure to subscribe here if you are returning. That way you get notifications. If you need to book a private personal reading, all that information is in the description below and in the comment section, along with my other services. And I wanted to take a minute to thank everybody who was really kind to me over the last couple of days while I was grieving. It really means so much. All right, let's get into the reading here. I will pull the overall energy of the spread with the Woodland Oracle, and then we'll move into the Moonology deck to pull the current energy, the energy under the full moon, the challenge, and the advice. And we'll clarify everything with the tarot. Excuse me. The overall energy for Leo under the full moon. Okay, we have renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. In the current, we have balance, spirituality, and practicality. The full moon energy will be meditate and contemplate. Very interesting. 2 Pisces cards right in a row. The challenge is take time to breathe out. And the advice is a time for healing. Wow. Wow. I feel like you're renewing yourself. Some of you may be grieving something. And it's like that, renew, death and rebirth energy where, it's like you go through certain things, and in that healing process, basically you have to get back to source. And in order to do that, you're going to have to tap into some spirituality. So I see you going to the divine for answers. But maybe not in the current. In the current, it's that balance, spirituality, and practicality. It's kind of like, there is something happening that is a practical matter, and we're not capable of giving it that spiritual sense yet, which means it's currently happening. But let's see. Tell me about renew. Five of Cups. Grieving. Tell me about balance, spirituality, and practicality. The Three of Wands. The Ten of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Some of you, this is a familial loss. And it didn't necessarily even have to take place recently. It's just been dredged up recently. Maybe it's been something that's been very long-term, and spirit is like, it's time. And so like the emotional side of it is being dredged up. It's like, you know, the Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, you know. But with the Five of Swords. So it's like, you know, suffering defeat. And almost like always waiting for better days, or to get to a more stable place. But we have all this five energy, you know, it's like there's these huge changes taking place, and it feels like you are completely defeated in the current. And there's almost this energy of, you know, when will good things happen for me? When will it be my turn, you know? And that's why he's calling you out here. Like, if, you know, it's kind of like, if instead of looking at it from that practical side, look at it from a spiritual side. What was I being taught here? What do I need to release? And looking at the future in a more positive light. Because, and you know, the challenge here is taking that time. Maybe to actually deal with that sorrow. You could have been sitting on it for a while. So I do see this moon kind of allowing you that grace to tap into the more spiritual side here for the healing, you know. Like that higher understanding of why things have happened the way that they do. And maybe, you know, just tapping into certain things that we haven't released and how to. Yeah, see, things that need to be released, they're too heavy. Seven of Swords. The Four of Cups. You know, I feel like this is something that, you know, for some of you it's pretty fresh. Like, this is something that just happened, and this is why you're in this Five of Cups, Five of Swords energy, where it's like depletion. And maybe asking the question, why? Right? Under the full moon, it's like the energy makes you, it's like you're very burdened by it. It's a heavy energy, Ten of Wands. But I see you trying to sneak around it, you know, get around the emotions, not try to feel them. It's almost like emotional avoidance. And that's why the challenge is here, not avoiding those emotions, taking the time to, you know, do what you need to do here. You know, have a breakdown, cry, let it all out. Because the advice is that it's time. Tell me about take time to breathe out. That's the challenge. You know, it may just be like one of those situations where the feelings are so crushing that, like, generally you would just want to be distracted from it or something. And this is saying that, you know, this is the time. You have to release it. You cannot be distracted from it forever. You can't run from those feelings, you know. Two of Wands. The Knight of Cups. Six of Pentacles. I mean, basically here it's saying, you know, if you don't take the time to go ahead and release whatever this pain is, like, you need to make the active decision to go into your emotions here and feel them genuinely to rebalance life. Like, this is the only way to renew, you know, to restore faith in life itself, you know. But it does, you see, it's up to you. It has to be an active decision. You have to make the decision to go into those feelings and balance everything out. That is the challenge. Because It's like it's being brought up in the current. And they're, you know, under the full moon, you have this chance to go into those feelings and feel them out, but it is your choice. And the advice is that, you know, now is the time. You can go ahead and avoid it. You know, some people, they're just not ready. But for a lot of you, you just needed this confirmation that this is the time. You do have to deal with these grievances. So to clarify time for healing, yeah, we have the Chariot. Ace of Cups. Tower. So, you know, again, I said this too, you know, death and rebirth, you know, from a spiritual sense, the Tower very much signifies that. But with the Chariot and the Ace of Cups, it's like, you can move forward, you can establish balance and peace again in life, you can restore your faith in the divine, you can, you know, you can transform, you can renew your life, but it's going to require you, you know, really digging into grief. And choosing to not avoid the feelings when they come on. So this looks a little rough, you know, it's definitely going to be an experience. But, you know, I feel like a lot of you might have, you know, anxiety disorders, issues sleeping, things like that. And honestly, at the end of the day, this is the energy that you will stay in, the Eight of Swords, if you don't take the time to go ahead and do the humanly, you know, release of a grieving process here. It is the direct cause of your anxieties and fears, and it is causing an imbalance in your life that does need to be balanced out. It's making you stagnant and stuck. All right, guys, that's what I have for you, and I'll see you soon.